In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 8, the season 2 finale of Hacks, titled The One, The Only. This is great. This was a great way to close out this season. Deborah is getting ready for her big taping at the Palmetto. She does that, but actually she gets to Palmetto because she goes to a auction and she raises the price of an item, and we find that Marty is there, and Deborah buys this thing that evidently Marty wanted to buy for his fiance because she didn't want a ring. So Deborah exchanges it for the Palmetto, and that's going on. Jimmy is still trying to do his own thing out on his own while he's an agency, trying to make sure everything's good with Deborah. Character of Janet Stone, played by Ming-Na Wen, is in it, and she goes to Deborah and says, "Listen, I like you. I want to work with you and this and that." And Deborah's like, "Yeah, okay, let's figure it out." So in this episode, The One, The Only, we see Deborah Vance doing her thing, and all the while this is happening in the crowd, someone gets a heart attack, or an older gentleman, and then everything stops. The director stops to show this and that. Everything's focused on that. Jimmy goes out and says, the guy dies. The guy does die. And Jimmy comes back and says, "Oh, he's all right. He's okay." So he did it for Deborah just to make sure everything's going on and forward. And it was good. The show went great. Deborah's doing her own thing. They have an after party, and they're trying to figure out how to sell this to the networks. Well, she goes on QVC, or one of those home shopping channels, and she sells the DVD by the bundle, and it starts making waves and amazing things, and she's doing her own thing, and it's great. And then all of a sudden the networks pick it up, and Jimmy calls and says, "We have a lot of offers, this and that." And then, it's really fun. And then they have an after party. This after party is for everyone, and there's a good heart-to-heart between Deborah and Ava, and basically Deborah says, "I'm giving you severance pay for so many months," and then they realize, like, oh, she's getting fired. But then all the while we see that Ava is coming into her own, and the reason is because she's being sought after for writing, for comedy, and doing her own thing, and she's getting credit, and Deborah wanted that for her. And you can see the dynamic that Deborah and Ava have back and forth, and it's really, really fun. It's a mother and daughter relationship that Ava doesn't have with her mother, and that Deborah doesn't have with her daughter. So seeing these two dynamic characters have that mother-daughter relationship when they're not mother and daughter is really, really good and really, really heartfelt. Ava starts getting jobs, and Deborah does this, and then Deborah does drop the lawsuit against Ava, so Ava can make waves of her own. Other characters do other things. Jimmy is still doing his thing. Marcus is still doing his thing, and it's great. And this was a great, great season of Hacks. I absolutely enjoyed it. Like I said in my episode 7 review of this season season 2 was a little bit better. It was more funny. It was more comical. We had a lot more guest stars. We had Laurie Metcalf, Ming-Na Wen, Margaret Cho. I mean, the list goes on and on. And just for the cameo appearances of what these actors did for this show was good. Laurie Metcalf's role was about maybe 2 or 3 episodes, but it was powerful and impactful, and it was really, really funny. And I'm curious to see what happens next with this series. Should HBO and HBO Max pick this up for a 3rd season? Absolutely, because this is fantastic. It's funny. It's in your face. I love Jean Smart. I mean, I'm showing my age when I say I watched her on Designing Women when I was young, and it's fun. And then she's coming out again as a great, great actress. She's won numerous awards for this role, and it's great. And I would love to see more of this, to see where everything goes from here on now that she has her own, sitcom and is out to the networks, and now can she play big shows once again. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the characters with this show. Will it be renewed for a 3rd season? I don't want to get my hopes up because, when you get your hopes up, you kind of get let down. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 8, the season finale, season 2 of Hacks. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? And what did you think of the entirety of this season 2 of Hacks? Do you think it was better than the first season? Do you think it had more depth of character? The jokes were funnier? And did you like them being on the road? Let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked, and let me know what you would rate season 2. For me, I would give season 2 of Hacks a 5 out of 5 stars. It was tremendous. The writing is great. Even though they're half-hour episodes, close to 28 to 35 minutes. It actually really works, and I'm hoping that maybe season 3, if there is a season 3, it gets longer, like maybe 45, 50 minutes, just so we can get more story in and more comical laughter in it. So like I said, let me know what rating you would give season 2 of Hacks, what you thought about season 2 of Hacks in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next review video.